Hi everyone, welcome to BohoMystic. My name is Marinelli, and today we're doing advice from your higher self during these times of great change. I have a few decks here. You know what? We're going to start with a majors only deck and see what comes out as the major. What's going to anchor this reading today? What does your higher self want you to know? What advice does your higher self have for you during these, I want to say, turbulent times, times of great change, of impending change? Big, exciting changes are coming, but sometimes it's difficult to get through and feel the ups and downs and stay anchored. And I thought this would be a great time to ask our higher selves for advice, guidance during this time. So let's see, can we get one major, please? What are we looking at today? Oh, that's stuck. The Magician. Yeah, I think that we are being told that we do have more power over our circumstances than we may give ourselves credit for. That we need to continue putting in what we want to see be returned to us. That a lot of, I think that a lot of our manifestations that have already been put out there, feeling like they were bottlenecked, are going to start coming in. But I do think that this is a reaffirmation that we have control over what we are putting out into the universe and what we are receiving. That we are in power and have power, and not lose sight of that. Yeah. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Star. That's fantastic, guys. Not to lose hope. Keep our eye on our dream in the distance, on our North Star, on our hopes, wishes, and dreams, and know that they are attainable. That renewal is upon us and is happening behind the scenes. That night sky is full of that. And we may not see it or feel it yet, but it's happening. Doesn't mean that it's not happening around us. That we are immersed in it. It's very easy to get caught up in everything that's going on and not feel one with the universe, one with source. I think this calls for acknowledgement. Like we are being told to acknowledge or not lose sight that we are still being held and comforted, and that our true north, our north node, is always ever present. We just have to find our way back to it, find that flow again. All right. Let's do this one. We have one card, please. Our higher spirits. Drink from your own well. Water your own garden. Yes. I think this goes back into what I was saying about us having the power to achieve and to grow and to see in fruition, right, of our what we put out there. We are the magicians of our own lives. We manifest our own lives. And it's like not waiting for someone else to come and water your garden when you can water your own. Or maybe you need to stop watering other gardens and focus on your own first. I think we're spread pretty thin And I think this is a call for self-care, realizing your self-worth in the scheme of everything, and not waiting for someone else to validate you and you validate yourself. Bottom of the deck. Your truth is powerful. And it really is. I definitely feel this is a message about power. Power, like telling us, our higher selves are telling us, you have the power. You are innately the power. We are not manifesting the power. We are the power. We are the fuel. We are all. And we can't lose sight of that. And we each carry our own power, our own slice of light. We are an eternal flame that can't be extinguished. But here in the physical, I think sometimes we allow others, or we perceive that others extinguish our light, and that is not true. Okay, what else do we have from our higher self? Higher self, please. Confusion. Yeah. I think that there is a lot of confusion going on right now over, can we truly affect change? Can we truly create change? And also how we're feeling just energetically. I think that the collective may be feeling daunted, exhausted, possibly wavering in the face of adversity. And I think that we feel like we're petering out. Look how it's fire coming from the brain, from the head. You can also look at it like the crown chakra. That flame, as I just said before, is inextinguishable. Let's not lose sight of that truth. Because by not losing sight of that truth, we can pull back from an edge of self-doubt. The word is self-malignment coming to me. Like as though there's several in the collective who feel unworthy or not good enough. And we have to be wary of that, because that is what we are also putting out. So it's like finding that balance. What can you do to ensure your manifestations? What can you do to water your own garden? What can you do to access your own well? Not have to ask for water from someone else's well. It's not that we're alone and we have to do everything on our own. Far from it. But there is something here about, there's some work, personal, spiritual work, shadow work that needs to be done by yourself, for yourself. And I think this is asking us to release the chains, of self-doubt, of lack of self-worth. Stop maligning ourselves. Again, that word just keeps coming in my mind over and over again. Self-talk. Is there, keep an eye on your self-talk. Would you be friends with a person who spoke to you in the way that you speak to yourself? And the truth is, and I've been there, no. But yet when it comes to yourself, you allow yourself to berate yourself, to make yourself feel small, insignificant, stupid, for lack of a better word. And no, I think we are being asked to pull in our reserves and hold them for ourselves first. Acknowledge and realize our power once again. I think that is what we're being asked to do from our higher selves. Clear that confusion that we have about our place in this world, about our value in this society, in this world. Because you are valuable. What was that in the bottom? Your truth is powerful. You are powerful. Please know that to be true. What's at the bottom of the deck? Strength. Yeah. Strength, pause, direction. Yeah, it's like re-evaluating, reassessing, and re-acknowledging our place in this world, our place in this existence, in this universe, but also this place in our place in this world, in this physical world. Learning to stand up for yourself once again. Learning to take up space once again, because there's space for all of us. And there is space for everyone to materialize and manifest what they need and want. Each beacon of light is necessary. Each photon is necessary. Don't lose sight of that. All right. Let's see what we have here. This is actually my deck. I'm using the sample deck, which I've kind of beaten up. I finally got some news, and we're getting this shipment in hopefully soon, and I thought it would be a good time to start showing it. So, all right, one. What else do we need to know, please, from our higher selves regarding our power, our place in this world? All right. Oh. Bottom of the deck, we have the star. Oh, there is renewal. There is space and time for healing. But the word renewal, I think we are on a path of rebirth, of regeneration, of once again becoming I don't want to say becoming powerful. But sometimes when you say that, people think it's a negative thing. It's not. Being in your own power doesn't mean that you take away other people's power. That is not being powerful. That is being intolerant. When I say be in your own power, is standing in your own truth and in knowing your own value without belittling anyone else. I think this period in our time, in our society, in our astrological changes, one in a lifetime changes, I think we are upon huge change. And I can't shake this feeling. I just know it to be true. And I think we are being asked by ourselves, higher selves, and not only being asked, I think we are being told, hold on, don't lose sight of who you truly are. The soup of renewal and healing is around you. You may not see it and feel it right now, but it's happening. We are amongst the stars. We are at one. And I think it's going to start trickling in. We just need to hold on. And this is a great time, right? When we're kind of stagnant and in stasis, is a great time to work on ourselves. And I think that's what we're being asked to do. For the star we have... All right, for the star we have associated with Aquarius, the revolutionary, wish fulfillment, attainment, and contentment. healing and renewal, bright path ahead, faith restored, inspiration, true north, recognition, and fame. I think that inspiration and true north and faith restored is what we're being asked to do. I think that's where we're being guided. Then we have Othala underneath the star. Oh. And mouse spirit. Okay. Othala says home and family, identity of place and culture, ancestors and legacies, stripping to core self identity, present day house or land, present day family matters. I would say stripping to core identity, core self is what we're being asked to do. Let's find ourselves again. Let's stand tall and proud in who we are in our own self-worth. Yeah. Mouth spirit, vigilance, adaptability, humility, resourcefulness. I think we've been feeling small. But this focuses on the positive attributes of this animal. Being humble, kind of like what I said about the power. You know, power is not innately wrong. I mean, power is not negative. When it's used against others, it is. But we are all sources of power. We all access power and can access power. Let's use it for good, but also let's start with power for ourselves first. Let's empower ourselves. Let's fuel ourselves. And then we can do that for everybody else. Then we can do that for the rest of society. Yeah. All right, let's see what else we have here. All right, where am I going to put you? Fox spirit under magician. Yes. Strategic, playful, adaptable, and swift action. Yes. I think they're asking us, just with the adaptable with the mouse too, it's learning. I think they're acknowledging how much learning and adaptability we've had to essentially endure and also possess in order to have made it this far. But I think they're asking us for more. It's like, don't give up. Don't lose sight of what it is that you want and what you're trying to manifest and what you want in your world and what you want in this world, in your life moving forward. And they're asking you to access the assertiveness, the strategic mindset of the fox. You know, the fox also used to be seen as a wise animal, not just of deception and all these other things that are unfortunately attributed to it today. It was holding wise counsel with the fox. And I think that's what we're being asked to do. We're also being told, again, how powerful we are. When you go to different countries in Europe, there are wild foxes who are walking through city streets. They've learned and adapted to their environment successfully. We can do the same. Stag spirit. Drink from your own well and water your own garden. Spiritual omen, protection, regeneration, traveler between realms. Yeah. I think they're talking about protection. They're talking about how we're being guided. Also them telling us you can protect yourselves. Again, harness your own power. You have the power to regenerate, to feed yourself, to drink from your own well, to water your own garden. And I think this is definitely your higher self coming through and explaining that even in a more adept way. All right, under confusion. Fehu, wealth and prosperity, personal power and influence. creation of new ventures, balancing of resources, and social responsibility. Yeah. I mean, this I think reading is just them just saying, hey, in case you've forgotten, you hold all the puzzle pieces. You hold what it takes to move forward. You hold everything within your essence to create these successes. Even though they're acknowledging that we may feel very confused right now and how to maneuver what's going on in this world. Maneuver difficulties that we're having right now in our lives. And I'm not talking about worldwide. I'm talking about day-to-day difficulties. I am talking about losses. I am talking about financial hardships. I think that we are being plagued by an influx of confusion in our daily lives. And I know that they're telling us, hey, don't lose sight. You are the magician of your own life. You have the power. When the magician card comes out, you are literally being told you have the power. It doesn't come from, you have it. It's not coming from anybody else. You can access, and the resources are available to you now. So let's do it. Let's access those resources. Let's start putting into action what it is that we want for ourselves. What else do we have? 10-10. Your path. Aww. Your path and life's purpose are in harmony. Encouragement to stay true. Self-discovery through self-reflection. Your efforts are about to pay off. I know this to be super true. And this is how I started this. Essentially, this is what I was feeling and have been feeling for a while. I know that success and abundance are just around the corner for us. I know that you will be able to access and receive these manifestations. We just need to hold on. And this is under Magician and the Fox Spirit. This is your higher self telling you, hold on. But it's not about playing it small. And it's not about staying stuck and waiting for things to happen. I think we're being asked to do something. We're being asked to use the resources that we have been given and that are being given day to day. Small steps are still a step. Remember that. Any step forward is a step in the right direction. Any step. Love. Love is always the simplest answer, but so often not overlooked. And that's that's under drink from your own well, water your own garden, and stag spirit with regeneration. Yeah, I think this is talking about self-love. Again, with what I was hearing about self-malignment. I think that there are many in the collective that need to ramp up the self-love, the self-worth. Love yourself how you love others. Treat yourself with the respect you bestow others. It's not a finite commodity. You can love others and give to others and still have for yourself. There's a huge undercurrent of self-love and self-care here. Lack of self-love and lack of self-care here. Last card. Phoenix. Phoenix spirit. Amazing, guys. Under confusion and Fehu. Wealth and prosperity, the abundance and riches. We have the Phoenix spirit. Amazing. This is where we're heading. This is where we are heading. It's like a recipe. It's like a plan they're giving us. Step-by-step plan. Harnessed, be strategic in what you're manifesting. Recognize that you are being given the resources as the magician of your own life. Use those resources for yourself, right? Drink from your own well, water your own garden. That leads to the regeneration. Ramp up that self-love and self-care, and that's going to help dissipate the confusion that you may feel right now, the energetic vortexes that you may be in right now, or even in a void that you may be. Maybe you're in a void of emotions, or I don't know. Maybe you're numb. And this is going to pull you out of that. Bringing in those manifestations, bringing in the wealth, the prosperity, the abundance that you are calling into your life. That's love, that's harmony, that's friendships, that's a new job, that's a promotion, that's an interview, that's being able to pay your bills this month. It's being able to be generous with others. And then you're going to rise like the phoenix. That's amazing. We have hope, life force activation, overcoming adversity and empowerment. Guys, it's all about personal empowerment. It's all about how we have more power over our lives, over our circumstances than we give ourselves credit for. I'm not minimizing the difficulties that we go through every single day. The sadness and tragedies that we go through every single day. But if you look at it through the lens of finding crevices of light in that darkness, those crevices start breaking open, revealing more and more light, more and more hope. And if you can find those little pieces of hope, that trickling in of hope, you are on the right path. And that feeds your soul and it empowers you even more to move towards your true purpose, to fulfill what you've been longing to do, longing to be. You deserve that. You deserve not to be given up on by yourself, from yourself. I think our higher selves, your higher self, is saying, don't lose hope. You're nearing the end, the finish line of a huge cycle in your life, and you are going to be reaping those benefits and becoming the phoenix. And I feel that 100%. 100%. So guys, this is what I see our higher selves are telling us, the advice they are imparting, and the love that they are showering over us in this reading. So hold on to that fact. Hold on to the fact that you love yourself. Your higher self adores you, loves you. And they're asking you to feel that for yourself here in the physical. Okay? You can do that. I know you can. I wish for your heart to continue opening and you the ability to receive love and be love and give love. All right, guys. Bye.